by you. I'll be on everything. Your blue sky, even when I'm there, by you. I'll be on everything. Your blue sky, I wasn't forever love for the moment, and all your pain to be broken. So when I look in that smile, all your beauty is spoken. I love the vibes that you carry. I see the sparky emotion, and when I see that you're down, I put the waves to your ocean. I'll be the first to admit, I know I have a lot of flaws, but nothing you couldn't fix. Gorgeous, from your mind to your heart, straight to your hips. I want that never-ending ride, so baby, get with the script. We're on a different route, show me what you're all about. Tears coming from your heart, shorty, I can cause a drought. See, I ain't with that shit they say, and I can prove it with my mouth. And lady, you was fucking stressed, but baby, I don't throw you out. Got it, that's so give me everything that I promise. I put you home in the tropics, so maybe one day we'll marry. There ain't a store that can top you, and if you fall, then I got you. Just know I'm here when you drop it. To change your world and your optics, to change your world and your eyes. I'm gonna walk with you, even when I'm left, I'll do right by you. I'll be on everything. Your blue sky, even when I'm left, I'll do right by you. I'll be on everything.
At the Treasure Coast Board Riders Club, our mission is to share the joy of surfing with our local communities by providing the surf lessons, caring for ocean through beach cleanups, teaching ocean safety, hosting and participating in statewide competition, and hosting member get-togethers and video nights.
Welcome to the Treasure Coast Board Riders podcast, Talk the Plank. Our goal is to introduce and highlight local athletes, business owners, pros, beginners. If you're looking for to hang out and listen to like-minded members of the surf community, stay tuned. You won't be disappointed. Boom! Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
so, state your name, purpose.
Cody Ryan, purpose to shred.
Shred.
Yeah, boy.
That's awesome. I know your dad very well from the ESA contest back in the day.
Yes.
Lifeguard. You're also a lifeguard?
Yes, for Palm Beach County.
How many years?
I've been doing it since I was 16, so 3 years now.
Okay. So yeah. I was a lifeguard at Fort Pierce Inlet State Park. That was a little different though.
Yeah, that's way different.
We didn't get any jet skis.
No.
And there was way more people drowning.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
It gets
Did they even have towers there?
Yeah, they had a makeshift. I think. What if everyone knows the jetty? Rory Loveridge and Cale Loveridge. They lived in. His dad was park ranger. They lived inside the park there.
And they were the lifeguards.
No, they weren't lifeguards, but his dad built the tower for that.
That's sick. Wow.
Cale worked for the park for a little bit. And those were some soldiers. If you ever had a problem at North Jetty, it's going to be because of Rory, or Cale, or me backing up. But actually, a lot of guys. But those, if you knew Rory, he had always green baggies, and he's not afraid to yank your leash. I'll tell you that much.
You don't want to drop in on him.
No, it's just there has to be structure. It's actually I don't know. Localism is a huge, Hawaii's talking about it as well. Like there is to hold back and to be a little bit safer out in the water. And if I don't know how many times people from wherever come out with like a longboard or a paddleboard, and they're bomb dropping on
Huge
the crowd.
closeouts,
Yeah, and
right in the middle
it's
of the
just
crowd.
dangerous. Or a longboard that they don't know,
Yeah.
they don't know how to duck dive, or then they ditch it and
It flies back and hits
flies
four
back
people.
4 people.
Like, no,
It's
it's super
dangerous. Nobody wants to see anybody drown. So if it's dangerous out there and somebody says something to you, listen up.
Don't take it as offense every time.
Don't take it as offense. And then there is a Mexican standoff when they do take it offense.
Yes.
And then you'll see about 6 people surround some other people.
Uh-huh.
And it can get...
Especially at those more localism spots.
The problem is, it's like, yeah. And the other problem is, like, the state park. If you get in trouble over there, like, you can get banned and stuff. So that whole... It's slowed down. It's not like what it was back in the day. You've seen it back in the day.
When I was at Grom growing up, I saw it.
There was, but nowadays it's a little bit more easygoing, family friendly, but also educational. Just like this podcast is for all educational purposes. No funny business over here whatsoever. Brought to you by Sunburn, Jab Ice.
Yeah, boys.
Culture Shock, and Surfboard Brokers. We are going to watch. We are at quarterfinals, Heat 2, 19 minutes going down.
We got Zoe coming up soon.
So that's what we're all waiting for, and we will be watching and agreeing on a wave that we're both going to bet. We're going to come out with a set score. Closest one to that will win $1.
Yes.
We got $3 each. So
got a little game going on.
A little bit of side business. Well, the waves didn't really. They look actually a little bit better than yesterday.
Yeah, it looks like it picked up a little bit.
But it's still like a long Pacific groundswell. I mean, the sets are, 3 minutes, 4 minutes between each other. So it's a little slow going contest. If you guys are watching live right now, again, we're at 18 minutes and quarterfinal Heat 2. Joe Schilling, is it? No,
Jet
that's
Schilling?
Jet Schilling. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Is there a UFC fighter called Joe Schilling, I think. So, anyways. And if you are just now watching, picking it up because we're in the first couple of minutes, we are Treasure Coast Board Riders Club podcast, Talk the Plank. Our goal is to introduce and highlight local athletes, business owners, pros, beginners. We might even have Papa Paul, the crazy fisherman from Jensen, come on.
You guys know Papa Paul.
Papa Paul's that's I used
best inshore fisherman.
Yeah, best inshore fisherman. So what ends up that guy's a classic. He's the one of the first people that I sponsored when I was doing Stax clothing.
Really?
Stax fishing, yeah. Shout out to Devin Sewell, who was with me on that. We had some stuff in Ohana Surf Shop. Shout out to Ohana Surf Shop as well. Jim Tolliver is actually calling me right now. Shout out to Jim Tolliver as well. I can't take the phone call, but I'll actually call him maybe if we get slow.
Want to give another shout out to Badass Custom Surfboards in Stewart, Jimmy Green.
Jimmy Green. That board looked good. I like that shape.
Oh
yeah. And Culture Shock, he's going to be Tuesday. This next week, we will have Lanso come on board to talk to Plank, and also Frankie Morales.
Oh yeah.
Ripper skater. And he's doing a kids clinic right now. It's going to be really interesting to hear what he's doing down there. Tons of history. He was on the skate team for IWS and Jensen when Ted ran it. Shout out to Ted.
Old school
Yeah, old school. I was on the surf team, and so we all hung out together at the shop. It was kind of there was actually good street skating around
That was a
the
good
shop
That was a good community
as well. That was, and we're gonna get back to it. We are gonna talk about um, doing a live stream at the Rio Skate Park. We're gonna get Frankie back, and we're gonna do like an expression session. You guys show up. We can pick out people out of the crowd, come sit, and we're gonna talk, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll have a good
Chill.
time. Get
Chill.
some of the local boys to come off.
Yeah. Any dates do I have to announce right now?
Well, we have the movie night.
January 23rd.
And also, we are going to do tryouts on January 31st at Fort Pierce.
Tryouts on January 31st. And this is going to be the last contest for our district to get into the Florida Championship, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And we are currently in third.
We have the third. We are in third in the South Division, correct?
Third in the South Division, and the top two teams out of South Florida and North Florida are going to go for the Florida Cup. Are they going to allow us to be the fifth?
Now it is the top two from each division, and then the third highest score. Well,
third highest team.
Highest team, baby.
Okay, fifth.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yes,
it would be
highest.
A fifth team,
either from North or South.
Correct.
Okay,
with the
gotcha.
next highest score.
Yeah. So we really need some of you guys that maybe missed or couldn't do the last two contests to dedicate coming to tryouts so we can stick you in there. We need Justin Rogie to come out, dude. Where's that guy been? Doug Sweeney, Drew Sweeney. Those are old school.
All you rippers.
Denny Gillespie's been doing it. Holtman has been killing it. I've been trying. I had the flu last contest. Wes out of Stewart, Wesley Morgan, and
got
Kai Hare, and they've been filling in. And
we got Brent, of course.
Brent Meinhold
Got a sick barrel last comp.
He did. He got two.
Got in that and came out. Yeah.
And they underscored him 100%. Even ESM magazine commented on that one.
Our presenting sponsor,
Shark Tooth Surf Company, designing apparel and gear for board riders since 1993. So that looks dope. I like that.
Yeah, they're hopping on board, helping us do the podcast.
Shark Tooth.
Do a lot more live streaming.
Got some sick surf clothing and some surf gear.
You can use the code PLANK10. Use the code PLANK10, as you can see in the left-hand corner of your screen.
Plank 10.
That's pretty cool.
The number 10, right?
Yeah,
number 10, Plank 10.
L-A-N-K.
So that's where you can get the Shark Tooth merchandise, and it looks dope. I like their logo. Back to you. Wow.
Where were you born at?
Where
was I born?
You're currently working as a lifeguard for Palm Beach County.
Yes.
Where do you reside and born?
I live in Hope Sound. I was born in Orlando, though. But I moved to Hope Sound when I was a baby, and I've been there since.
Hope Sound's a really cool place.
To Hope Sound?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember.
So
I was
like
months.
2?
Like
months?
Months.
Yeah.
So we got to get Papa Ryan on here.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Orlando. Moved to Sebastian in 2004 or 5.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny.
I am born and raised Lawnwood, baby.
Lawnwood?
And Fort Pierce, Florida, 4th generation. And I've grown up on Indian River Drive, just near between Fort Pierce and Jensen. So I kind of got, I know,
both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think it's really good. I was only 14. I'm only like 14 miles north to go to Fort Pierce Inlet. If I wanted to take a right on Indian River Drive, I can 8 miles from the Stewart Rocks.
Yeah.
So I can go left, right. Now I'm off Midway, so now it's super even as well. Still same area.
Nice.
And but Stewart Rocks, Jensen. Grew up riding Waveland. Waveland had the best shore break back in the day.
Really?
Me, JC, Dylan,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and Hound Dog. There you go. Those were their grandparents lived on the island right over there near Nettles Island, and Jensen was always good. Still is good.
Still is. The bars are back finally.
Bars are back. It does go through. It does
goes through some depressing stages through the year.
Yeah.
But it's been fun lately.
Yeah,
Knock
man.
on wood.
Yeah. So, how many rescues have you done this year?
This year, since I've started with Palm Beach County, I started back in June with them. But I've had 2 full rescues. I had one legit one where there was 3 kids who didn't have a lot of knowledge about the ocean.
Rip current
Pulled them straight out by the pier by the pilings. Busy day, hundreds of people on the beach. I couldn't get the ATV through the crowds.
Oh, wow.
And my partner was in the South Tower. He didn't have an ATV.
Whoa.
It was on his side. He had to run down and get he had to run all the way in that hot sand to get down to the shore. And I finally got to him at the end. We both swam out. He grabbed the 2 and I grabbed the 1 and we swam him in. But they were fully going under. If they didn't,
I've seen this quite a bit. Memorial Day, 4th of July, when I was doing it in the summer for Fort Pierce at the inlet at the state park. We have big families come out. A lot of Hispanic as well, and not saying anything funny about whatever, but
they don't have the knowledge.
Jeans and long button-up shirts aren't really a real good swimming apparel when you're 4 or probably 8 Modelo's in either. No. So
definitely not.
That kept me busy. And I always used a paddle board. We had the rescue board. That was the quickest. I still put the can on my back. I have that dragging behind me because with multiple people, I can have.
You can have 2.
I can have one hanging down on. At least I can toss something while I'm helping somebody else out, and then reel them back in.
No, right. Yeah. That's my biggest, that's my favorite piece of equipment to use is the rescue board. Especially because I work Du Bois, which is same thing. There's so many of, the Hispanic families and the families, they just don't know about the currents and stuff.
No, it's with anybody. It's just a lot less difficult without jeans on.
Definitely,
So, but there are a lot of people and kids in the trough, and they get started when there's those summer swells. They create. Those are the worst things, actually. Because they don't expect it. They've been, especially the families that come here from other states. Beautiful weather on vacation.
Beautiful, flat, and then one day
every day.
Groundswell or something will come through.
And
they don't know what to do.
First swell on that nice sandbar, it creates quite a bit of rip currents, and it's starting to carve its way through the settled sand. So it does. Usually those new swells out of the summer create a pretty. Where's Shark Tooth from? Where are these guys located out? Virginia.
This is my wave. This is my first wave. It was Florida wave after Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Let's see it in the comp. It's getting adjusted still.
Oh. A little squirrely. That board does ride that board. I can see that double step, that pump. I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying for.
Yeah.
That looks.
Here he goes.
Go, bro. Yes, the weight. Yes, the weight. Oh, yes, the weight.
Let's go! Good job! Don't.
Because I'm going thinner.
Yeah.
but it is epoxy, but it's super light. You could do anything with epoxy. They do have their time and place.
What we got?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Cannon, right?
Yeah, Cannon
rips.
Ripping,
That
dude.
is, he's been riding Sonic the whole time.
We got that hat in the back.
Shout out to Mike
Jeff and
Hawkins.
Mike.
Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, they're legends. They're super cool.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a fin, like a longboard side fin? How small they are? They're like FCS GLs.
Really small. Yeah.
Mike Hawkins found I'm sure at one point in time, Cronin. 50-foot face. It looked like. I want to say like 2012, something like
2012.
around there, but I don't know.
Yeah. Like. Yeah. Do you mean like local people or pros or anybody?
You do both.
Both?
Do local. Because you grew up with a good talent at ESA. Was like those were like that was like our local. Those were the top dogs.
Yeah.
Before
I'd say just like my dad bringing me out there and me watching him and him pushing me in, and then like you said, bringing me to ESA and all the comps when I was young, and watching him and you guys all surf those comps when I was young. Like that's really what did it.
Yeah, that was a really good. We had again shout out to Impact and Charles and Cheryl Williams and stuff.
And shout out to Ohana Surf Shop too, because without them, I would have never like
Jordan
been
and
able
those
to
guys
get
came,
into my level of surfing.
And that Brent Meinhold and Hunter Rowland, and that's when they came up to compete, and that was we had even Rick Mellon. He's a Jupiter.
I think I know that name.
Yeah, he lives in New Smyrna Beach now, and we had such a good competitive contest that Central Florida during that time, or South ESA district, they were coming
those
up because they want to they want to surf and they want some competition, and they're the North Florida and New Smyrna. We were the Treasure Coast was the place to earn your spot. Like
Oh, it was.
and compete. So.
Especially ESA. Like, I remember that's how my dad got his respect, surfing for Impact, making it in ESA all the way out to Hatteras. And
and
no,
Stuart,
that's what you had to do. You decided to
Andrew Slaughter, Christine Benedetto, and Zoe Benedetto, and Andrew, they started right there, North Jetty, at Fort Pierce Inlet, and a lot of guys. Oh, you know who? I mentioned this last podcast, but Sebastian Zietz stayed, and I surfed against him at Fort Pierce for I think a year or two until his mom got a job in
He's
art.
really good.
He's kind of good, yeah. WSL,
yeah.
He's on the world tour.
Yeah,
he's kind of good. And Sebastian started his little journey staying with Charles, and he's coming over to my house eating all the ice cream and then playing all the video games and dipping out. But we surfed ESA together as a young buck. I think he's 1 year younger than me. But he beat me. I beat him. He beat me. I beat him. He beat me. But
yeah, Sebastian Zietz got the Kauai Board Riders Club going. He was supposed to be. No, I'm just kidding. He wasn't supposed to be, but we could cross our fingers hoping he was going to be.
So this is funny. His wife, and his what you call it, Chrissy Fulp, and Chrissy Zietz now, but she's from Fort Pierce. So his wife, and they own. I don't know if they sold, but he usually comes into town. Her parents are still here, and they usually come back in town and check out. But he has a crazy story. His older brothers like rip, and they're really good friends with Bruce and Andy Irons, and so they were in Kauai, but his parents lived on they were all staying on a sailboat and going up and down the coast. They dropped Sebastian because Charles helped Billy Zietz and his older brothers, and so Sebastian got dropped off and stayed here with Chuck and Charles and Cheryl and stuff, and so that's how. But the funny thing is, once his mom got a job in Kauai and they moved away, there you go. There's a nice there's Sebastian Zietz. Sebastian Zietz right here with Sonic Surfboards at Fort Pierce. When that was Gabe Griffin, Cole.
Yeah, Cole's over
okay. Cole Mass rips. His mom got the job in Kauai at an art whatever museum or something, and they went right back to Kauai, and that's where he really shined. Bruce, really good friends with Bruce and Andy Irons too.
That's who I want to surf like is Andy. I think everyone wants to surf like Andy, but that's like my biggest inspiration is watching his old clips and just his style. And being able to go up and just do the floaters he did and like the backside big cutbacks.
Yeah.
He had one of the best styles.
Yeah, for sure.
He was a legend.
Like Slater has such a good style. John there's a lot of guys that really have good styles and then horrible styles in WSL. Like what is that one Brazilian guy that won a world title, and he looked like before Adriana de Souza. That I don't know how the fuck that guy won a world title. He looked like a stink bug the whole time.
Listen though,
he did surf good, but not a world title.
He opened the door, and they were just talking about that.
I think
the Brazilians, and not only that, when he wanted to finish his career strong, what did he do? He went straight to Pipeline. Where do you get a name? Pipeline. I'm not 100% sure if he won the world championship, but he won the Pipe Masters under the supervision of Jamie O'Brien.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Jamie O'Brien coached him for like a few weeks right before. That was amazing. But that was the end of his career.
But again, WSL knows marketing, and I think the Brazilian market is huge. They are undeniable, like the most supportive sports spectators And you can't take one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying one thing bad about Brazil, other than
Well, nothing bad, but
I don't really give a
they have
fuck
different
either way.
style. And super quick shout out to Miss Christine Benedetto. She texted us saying that she tuned in right when we were chatting about her crew.
Sick.
Zoe loves surfing with Sebastian Zeitz, she said.
Yes.
Hell
so
yeah.
shout out to Zoe. We were watching earlier. We're still new to this whole YouTube thing and got kicked off. But yeah, she got the score she needed, moved out of the round of 16. Got a little nervous there for a second.
Yeah.
Stoked.
Had us biting our nails, but we knew you pulled through.
Yeah, we've been pushing for Zoe for quite a while through and I know it's been tough, and when sponsors get slow and like I don't know. I remember one day I was talking to Christina at the Rocks. I was like, she's doing so good, and there's undeniable natural talent and flow, and her style looks just as clean as any man that there is right now. Like, throw baggies on her.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Like, she has the same power, same strength.
Sick. And I was like, Christine, just let her do her thing, keep pushing, and sponsors will come. And this is where she's really on the brink of a major career here. So that's gonna be, and when that door opens up, I don't think it's gonna close. I think she's gonna be putting some top bitches out.
Oh yeah, she's just, once she gets up there, it's just gonna keep going up.
Yeah,
and that's a fact.
Yeah, so tell everyone tune in an hour.
Tune in an hour. It is 3:59. Let's say it's 4:00. And so 5:00.
Yeah, she'll be surfing.
Tune in. We are going to depict why she is actually. How about this? She's my favorite women surfer now.
I could say that. Yeah.
I mean,
with the style and everything that she has, she's up there.
Too.
She does.
She throws buckets.
The power in those turns.
Yeah, she's just enjoying herself. She's gonna enjoy the next few years.
It's
all about traveling, family, friends, and learning the process.
It is, and
it's a lot to learn too.
I hope some doors get open a little earlier for her so she can settle in where she needs to be for a long time, though. Got an early start and chopping it down. One mistake in snappers last year.
She said,
or this year.
Miss Benedetto said she loved you.
Yeah, she does. I love you too, Christine. We always had a fun time traveling together to North Carolina for the Easterns and stuff like that. I had a blast. But Zoe, she's gonna, hopefully the doors open up here soon. She can get herself settled in and then work on the next phase, and I think that's gonna be a huge thing. The snapper thing was a little bit of hindrance on this one, but it was I've done it before, and that's why we work on priority heats here in Treasure Coast, and get the structure down, and I've done a whole bunch of interference calls, and it's really tough when the waves are coming and who's going left, who's going right, and then you have people faking that they're going to go left and then go right, and then you get caught. So
it's tough. That's why just to be safe now, I'll just pull out. I have no problem just not going for a wave just because I don't want to get hit or I don't want to piss some local.
I don't know.
Especially if I'm not at my local break. Well, that's the biggest thing.
No one's faking going left and then going right. Yeah. Not like in a heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do have those guys. So
with the level being so high, the surfers being so good these days, what do you think the success was for Andy Irons?
Still today, he's still going to be on tour like Slater. I would say he'd still definitely be on tour.
I'd say just like the style he had and just, I don't know, he was crazy. Like his attitude and everything. Like he didn't always have the best attitude, but people liked that. Like he was aggressive.
What about Bruce, his brother?
His brother has a sick style too. That's another thing too.
Brucey,
was like watching them battle it out in heats and
I
stuff.
think Brucey might have more of like a John-esque. I mean, well, I guess John has more of a Bruce-esque style, like more.
Yeah.
And this is just straight perfection
I think Andy
power.
just has his own style.
It does. It looks.
That's Andy's style.
So, it's so dominant.
And so aggressive. So you can see how he goes and puts the power in his turns.
It is. He would still be on tour, and I guarantee you that would be, man. If he was around today, how many? And Slater's not stopping. He won't stop if Slater's still going.
Yeah.
I want to know how many battles that we would have watched.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
That would have been
like today.
Yeah,
especially
today.
the fact that they're all still pro.
Andy was never gonna let Slater keep on going on tour. If he was on tour, Andy's still gonna be on tour.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
When was the first time you guys like watched surfing on like primetime TV? Because we just have magazines. That's what I was saying. You growing up, you got to see more.
Well, yeah.
X Games,
Our generation, all we had was magazines. Like I guarantee you had at least like the whole bottom shelf of a bookshelf
all
was
VHS
full,
tapes,
like, just stacked for like
VHS.
8 feet.
Yeah, VHS tapes.
So, like,
I'd say but even when I was a kid, they had surfing was kind of starting to pick back up again. I feel like because they were coming out with the movies like the Blue Crush movies.
Yeah,
and they had a couple the Surf's Up movie with the penguin.
Yeah,
little movies like that. I think right when I was a kid was around the time surfing was making a comeback or being more accepted.
Jensen, Stewart, Jupiter, and South Florida always had a really good surf scene. You're gonna see. Tons
and that's
of
what matters
surfing.
Too. Is where I was brought up at too.
It's
surrounded.
fishing and surfing and skateboarding.
Hunting, skating. That's the life that we all live.
Yeah, and that but I think the X Games. I think the X Games was the first broadcasted. Did they do it at Puerto Escondido? I think.
So me remembering.
I think
going live, not going live, but me remembering it going on mainstream. The first time I got to see it was ABC, the Xbox Pipeline Masters.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't know. I remember, but Bruce won. Okay. And I was probably 9, 10, 11, 12. If it was 2001, 2 or 3, whatever. We'll look that up and see what year.
The first contest I think I watched was probably a Red Bull comp or something because I was able to watch all the videos you guys watched live.
Yeah.
I had all that on YouTube and stuff, so I could just look up surfing and find it anywhere.
Yeah, Vulcan computer body.
You guys had to wait for a comp to come on. You missed
we
it.
had
never
to
see it again,
dude. We traded, we borrowed some and bring them back to the surf shop, because when Lost Cross America and what's really going on, what's really going wrong, those were the best. And that influenced all of our punk rock music, Southern California punk rock music. They showed everybody. So it was really cool. Lost Videos showed Shay and Corey Lopez in the Gulf, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Surfing. All the way to Slater at Pipe and Indo with Chris Ward and Strider.
Oh my lord!
And
those videos.
It was super influential. It was I wasn't old enough, but it's that whole lifestyle. Yeah, it was exactly what they were putting out.
How about having to call Did you grow up in a time when you had to call the number to check the surf?
Yes.
When Surfline had a number.
Yes.
And they'd tell you the waves.
You know how I think I can still remember Spunky's Surf Shop's number. It's 466-1086.
We'll call it in a minute, but
I wonder if they have it. So
you know who?
He was 466-1086.
Natural Art Surf Shop.
Natural Art. And then
you know how bummed I'd be when she didn't update it?
Oh man.
Well, it must have been flat. But I was in Orlando, so why would it matter?
See, this is the thing. Then I started going, and you can get the weather radio, and you can hear the NOAA reports on the weather radio. So so you gotta do that.
Because you had to pay for the phone call, right?
No.
Didn't you? My dad said he had to pay, and what his friends. Yeah,
might be.
I
That would have
think
been a
so.
good racket.
He said they'd go to house parties and call and check the waves at the party because it costs like $2.
We should open a platform, and this is a intellectual idea here.
Yes,
This is on here. We should open up an app that texts like a good local
An
text.
actual good
Subscribe,
surf report.
yeah, like $4 a year.
Yeah,
We'll make an app
just so someone
so
can
you can
make
be
a
at
little
work.
money.
Hey, well, think
Yeah,
here's a instead of Surfline telling you it's 2 days earlier, 2 days late. Surfline. All eyes, no.
Yeah.
All eyes, no eyes.
That's why the best thing we have is Ohana's Surf Report. If you're in Stewart or Jensen,
please subscribe and like Ohana Surf Shop.
all
every
eyes,
day,
no lies.
All eyes, no lies. Surf Report. That is the most consistent thing. Then there's cameras now. It's different. But yeah, back in the day, no cameras, bro.
Just call that.
It was a whole bunch of people talking to each other with weather radios and buoy reports, and then, but that it's kind of good because you can rely on yourself. You can start reading, like getting reports and figuring everything out.
How about
here?
maps?
I'm gonna actually dedicate this for everyone right now.
Okay.
And I really hate to, but I want people to know. Wind here, if it's northwest wind here for this, we're in the season, so this is going to make sense. And there's no reports for refraction swell down south. There's none. You can't really forecast that.
No.
Refraction swells are. Yes, and I'll be there as it is because I'll know because of this. When it's northwest here in Fort Pierce, and I don't know when it is any different north. I don't know if it makes a difference, but all I know is I've been here since my whole life, and if it blows northwest for upwards from you want it to 15 knots to 18 knots to 25 knots consistently hard northwest when these lows pass.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to do about 14 to 18 hours, like a day, and if it does even more, good. Now, around that 14 to 18, 20, 21 hours out of northwest, guarantee you 100% you're gonna have a refraction swell down south. Just start meandering your way, and as you go down the coast, you're going to that northwest wind is going to end up being offshore, and then boom, boom,
boom, you're on.
So just think, just pay attention to the winds when these low pressures start to come off. Northwest wind for about 20 hours. Be safe there, 20, 22 hours, and sustained. It has to be sustained, kicking the whole time, not coming up and dropping that much, but in that area for 20 hours, refraction swell down south. You
Groms better be listening to this. So, these are key tips.
Yeah, if a sun flare knocks out our podcast and you don't have Surfline, those are some. Hey, actually Surfline's not going to have that either.
No,
because it's just kind of a weird thing. Gonna have to have a low pressure come swoop through. Like if the eye comes out of South Carolina and North Carolina line and comes off, that's where you kind of want this a good strong low.
Right.
Then look at Weather Channel, NOAA radio, and if you get that wind blowing for 20 hours, just go down to Palm Beach and you're gonna be bombing. One of my best pictures down there, James Whelan, the Surf Weather Channel guy, his report was me at Reef Road. So I'm the one that surfs, and he wouldn't put my name on it. He's like, "No, you're infamous." I'm like, I could be more infamous if you put my name on that thing.
It's crazy because we have that whole crew of surfers from down south too.
So many good guys.
So many good surfers like Peter down there.
Yeah.
And now his son Keppa doing huge things.
There are so many good guys down there, and that was Jonathan Osman, I was just reading off a Jupiter Fall Classic heat sheet in 2005, looking for Donnie McRae year, but I couldn't find it. And then we started the podcast. But
did you already name off the name some of
the
those
Buster
names?
list? Yeah, we got a Buster list.
Name the list.
Because we have tryouts on the 23rd, correct?
Let me get that up on the screen for you.
Yeah, let's get
tryouts are on the 31st of January. We have movie
31st.
night club meeting. Very important, very, very important club meeting. We've been in a club. We've been in a club for 3 years now, and we're
gearing up. This is real
really,
start.
really close. Technically, right now we're qualified for the state championship event. There's an event coming up tomorrow in the North Division for the 3rd.
Oh yeah, so
and
we gotta watch
we are
them.
February 3rd. So I'm gonna pull up on the screen here in a second.
We gotta put the most points down to make sure that we either get that 4th or 5th spot. So. Andrew Slaughter, you're on the Buster list. Your mom's watching the podcast. So, Andrew, Christine, tell Andrew he's got to make it to tryouts so we can get him in the 20s division.
Come on,
with
Slaughter.
Hunter Rolling.
Come
you're on the Buster list, buddy.
Slaughter needs to come throw some water.
It's just one tryout, one heat. I know you're gearing up to have a baby, and congratulations too.
Congrats, brother.
Yeah, boy. He lives in my neighborhood.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
The
He just
thing
moved
with
up there. It's good, really good spot.
Florida
cool. I like it.
Yes.
The thing with the Florida Board Riders contest, it's 3 days out of the whole year.
3
and then
events
this event is the 3rd stop at Fort Pierce.
Yeah, so it's Fort Pierce.
20s division, right? And this is a announcement for all the clubs.
Yeah.
He's a 20s division, so it's the last heat of the day. The U.S. Board Riders schedule will put the 30s and the 20s on the very end. So the 20s heat goes at the end of the day. It's usually anywhere from 12:45 to 1:45. But be there early, and then you get to go home by 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's easy. Or just we'll go to Little Jim's and have beers with all the boys that week.
Yeah.
The good thing is, like, I see Tommy O'Brien, Blake Justin Jones was surfing one year. I saw a whole. I wanted Palm Beach gets their shit going on because Jensen Calloway, Frank Roper just moved to Vero.
Yeah,
absolutely. Not too long ago, but it's another thing. We don't see all the guys that we did NSSA, ESA, or Jupiter Fall Classic and stuff. There hasn't been a real good contest circuit, and not a somewhat circuit, but kind of like what's happening now, and I really feel it, and you see those guys back that you used to surf against from way back in the day. It's so fun. It's like, because we're not going for big money. We're not doing. It's just representing where you're from and seeing old cats that you used to surf against too.
It's the best time.
I'm in that age group where it's funny.
No,
because then it does it
get
makes
a little
it
friendly competition going.
Members, check your email. 6 p.m. during movie night, January 23rd on a Tuesday, and we are gonna have that at where movie night at it's a brewing company
right in Sebastian, right?
Sebastian Brewing Company. Paradolia. I'm looking for it. So, anyways, here we go. Attention, Cleveland Street. So that's gonna be a cool one. Our boy Loco Boy Martinez, rodeo star. He's been dedicating every chance to photo and video all of us, and that's gonna be our movie night. So you will catch yourself if you've been surfing or been come to the the tryouts, and so very, very good. It's going to turn out pretty cool for all the locals.
Fun night, yeah.
Yeah, we can all see each other on the big screen.
Yeah.
Crack up in a couple of beers.
Yeah.
That it's super family
Fancy.
friendly. The place, the brewery, the owner was a teacher in Sebastian.
Yeah.
And there's the menu is pretty sick. Like really, like
they have food there too.
Oh, bro, I got the sickest Cuban sub the other day.
Oh, well.
Like this is for real, like legit. Like you walk in and it screams Treasure Coast Board Riders.
Okay.
Oh, legit. Let me pull up. I'll pull up.
We do have Sailfish Brewery in Fort Pierce as well, so I know exactly what you're talking about. They got a good menu as well. These breweries are popping up left and right.
They're building one in Hope Sound, I think. Building a brewery.
So the 23rd, yep, 20th. We're gonna do a Pesky Pirate Rookie of the Year, MVP Rookie of the Year, Pesky Pirate.
Yeah, the Pesky Pirate Award is going to go to the member with the best, well, not the best attitude, but always shows up with a smile on his face, great attitude, pretty much a walking, living, breathing Willie Martinez.
There you go.
I mean, he didn't get the award this year, but he's pushing.
Who's
he's going for it next year?
Who? My bet on, I don't know who the MVP is, but my bet would be Brett Meinold on that one.
Probably.
Yeah.
Now, too, if you think the whole year, there's only 3 Florida board riders. So all these other events that we do, there's people that contribute to those events like crazy
as well.
So it might not even be a competitive surfer.
Oh wow, yeah.
It might be a competitive surfer. It might not be our best rider.
Yeah.
It might be the most valuable person of the year, basically, for the club.
Right on.
You know, we want to create a tradition. We got the perpetual Open Champion Trophy. Everyone will get their name on it right here. We got the MVP trophy, so get your name on it every single year. The Rookie of the Year trophy, get your name on it. We got Super Surprise, what they are. We're not going to go ahead and ruin the surprise. You'll see it, and then everyone will get their name on it that wins it every single year.
Yeah.
And then you work hard for that stuff.
Yeah. We've been, dude, this has been the funnest. And in doing this podcast and just thinking about all the years and the history of surfing, Treasure Coast and everything else. It's so good. Make sure you.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting I have to talk
more,
into this.
maybe.
I do.
Instead of doing the for this board, Donnie McRae, I couldn't find when he won the Fall Classic, but we can do, if you know the year that Charles Williams was 42nd in the ASP in the world. Charles Williams 46 in the world.
Okay.
You gotta get
you guys
comment
win a board
the year that he was 46 in the world. Or I think it was 46, 48th, or I don't know. But if you can see, Google might not even have that, so that's going to be like the best question.
If you live on the Treasure Coast, and you rip,
and
you have a good attitude, and you know anyone that they're struggling to get the money together for a new board that deserves it, call us, DM us, message us.
Yeah, let's do that. We could do it on live stream. I like that.
Right now, there's plenty of people. Call your friends, call your brothers, call your sisters.
I just got this thing all fixed up. It's watertight. It's ready to rip.
Let's see it. Cody, Ryan, we'll do a quick 5-minute break after this.
And the other ones, we have extra hats. Let's do 3 trivia, Treasure Coast trivia questions, and we'll do a hat giveaway. So, one of the trivia questions, comment below. First one to answer correctly would be win a Treasure Coast hat.
Just lay it right there, right behind Mr. Jeff Barden. You can put it behind a little cushion.
This thing's epoxy, too. Oh, shit, dude. This thing's sick. That's sick. All right, cool. So, for a hat, we'll do the question I asked then. We're going to throw this to somebody that really deserves it.
Look and see if we got any comments.
But the year that Charles Williams was on the world tour. So we're going to do that. And then the other for another hat, what year did Donnie McRae win Jupiter Fall Classic? Yeah. We'll set up a little prize package. Come to the tryouts, pick it up. YouTube.
I keep forgetting about this microphone.
Treasure Coast Board. Subscribe, like. We're gonna. We have Mr. Lanso on the radio. Culture Shock Boy. He's coming Tuesday, and Frankie coming Tuesday as well. We're gonna double podcast. Yeah, double podcast it. And Jurgens, I asked him, he wants to come. Hopefully both of them can come.
Think we got Pops coming out on this thing soon?
Pops gonna come. Charles Williams, we're still waiting for him. We might have to pack up all this stuff and catch him at Sharky's. But if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Get him some draft beer and sit down at Sharky's wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Shout out to Creamy P. So let's bet on this wave.
On this one?
Double arc turn, topside hack, another arc turn, another topside. Ooh.
I'd say like a 9.
9?
Or an 8.
Oh, I'm winning all my money. I'm going to say that was
I say
a 7-3.
Okay, I'll say a 9. I'll stick to
A
it.
9? Jesus. Hey, that's a high.
I think I don't have the comments on.
Also, we are watching quarterfinal Heat 4 at 22 minutes and 15 seconds. So if you saw that replay, if you're watching WSL Oceanside live, that's the wave we're betting on. I might double down my bet. That's a $2 bet.
I got a question for Joe.
Jeff.
Cody.
Redbeard. Joe. Yeah.
His
dad's Joe.
Yeah, he keeps going.
What?
Cody.
I know you guys kind of talked. You're a lifeguard, ocean rescue. What are the certifications and stuff you got to get? And also, what is it, not just like as a lifeguard though, but what are your day-to-day activities as a surfer or a waterman? You called yourself a waterman.
Yeah.
What is it like day-to-day activities? Like start from the very beginning.
Day-to-day, like at work or just my days
just from
off?
the very beginning. Like, what do you do? Maybe a work day, maybe not.
Usually, like, if I'm not working, I'll wake up. I'll usually get in my pool, or I'll get in the hot tub first, and then go in the pool and do like a little cold plunge.
A hot tub.
Yeah, and then I'll go either try to find some surf. If there's no surf, I'll try to go fish. Try to do something and just get out of the house.
Skate.
Yeah, skate. If I sit in the house all day, I just feel crammed, dude. I lose my mind.
Yeah.
So, like, anything I can do to stay moving, really. But, like, I try to surf. If there's a wave somewhere, even if it's like an hour away, I'm driving to go surf it.
That's some young blood dedication, dude. I already know not to do that. Gas prices nowadays, boy.
So what motivates you to go and travel?
Just because I know I'm going to have a good time. Like, it's going to always...
It's an adventure.
It's just hard to explain. Like, if you surf, you get it.
Do you have someone you ride with all the time to go surf?
Not really. I have a couple buddies. Like, a lot of my buddies, they're my homies. I'll surf with them. But I just go solo. I figured out, really, that's the best, like, sessions you'll have sometimes is by yourself. You don't have to wait on anyone. You don't have to rely on anyone.
Yeah.
You can leave when you want, go when you want.
Oh, so you've tried surfing with Wes and Kai?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, you just take your own ride. You learn to take your own ride, huh?
Oh yeah, I've learned that from multiple people.
Those cats are so funny together.
You get to the beach and it's fun, and then everyone wants to go home like early as heck, or they want to stay all day, and it sucks.
Yeah, well,
I've learned my lessons.
Enough guys show up. Some people leave with them back with their, the other friends and stuff like that. So sometimes it works itself out. But
it does.
Kai and Wes is so funny, dude.
Being a surfer or a waterman, like, what is it? Why do you think it's different, or how, or maybe it isn't? Being another athletic sport, like being another sportsman that isn't a surfer. How do you feel it differs, or do you feel that it differs?
It definitely differs in some parts, but like doesn't differ in much because you're still you're still working out. Like, you're still getting an exercise. You're going out and you're training.
What about
Especially-
golfing? Compared to
I mean,
golfing,
Compared to
surfing,
golfing,
sports
yeah, you're not doing
not just
that.
golfing,
you're
other
not-
sports too. But yeah,
There
like,
is
an
those sports
example.
that you're not doing like half the work that you're doing, like when you're surfing. Like golfing, you're mostly just drinking all day. Like surfing, you can't. I mean,
Wait, you're 19, dude.
I don't drink. I'm just saying.
Oh
from what I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
But-
like I hear basically from people, you go golf for 5 or 6 hours a day, and
You're
you know,
miserable after. You're all
kicking back 'cause
sunburned.
You're like, why did I do this to myself? But us, you know, we go to the beach, sunny.
It energizes.
We tan, we feel bronze.
Yeah. Yeah.
We come back. We're
We
we're
feel-
riding on the same stoke for
Ye-
like even days after
Yeah.
we get swell,
Days,
dude.
3 days.
Days at a
3
time.
days.
You're
You
still on
need
the
a golf
same
cart.
stoke.
You don't
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
club.
no.
It's the most natural, free thing
The
you
energy
can do.
from the ocean.
It is.
It's
It
cleansing.
does.
Like I'm sick.
Spiritual,
I go to the
for
beach.
sure.
I let the salt get up in my
Healthy.
nose. So.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, my mom still serves, and it's like kind of, and hopefully my daughter, she's gonna be as well, and it's hopefully we see all three of us out in the lineup one day here soon. It's just it is healthy, like what you're saying. It's I don't know you can get beaten, a little sunburnt and tired after like when you do like 3-4 sessions in
Yeah.
a day.
You're gonna be
But
tired, but
You're energized,
and you
like
feel good,
good.
too.
Yeah.
Your body.
I don't
feels
see
good.
I don't see anybody getting out of a football game and getting their fucking ass kicked
Yeah.
and
Wanting to
saying,
go
"Oh,
party
wow,
after
what the-
or wanting-
what the-"
yeah.
They don't feel good in the next
No.
couple of days. You're gonna be.
You can't even play
Hurt.
a football game when you're 20, 30, 40 years old.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
You're
just
done. High
trying
school.
to.
That's the
college,
thing. People
pros.
surf to stay in shape. That's why people
Basketball.
never give up surfing.
I know some
Well, why do
guys.
you think
They're hurting after basketball as well, though.
Why
Yeah,
should people
basketball.
surf to
Basketball,
stay healthy?
pickleball.
Like, why is it like?
Why is it so healthy? Or
Yeah, like why
It's got to be
do
the
people do it
salt
more
minerals
often
in
once
the
they get
ocean,
older
dude.
and realize that it?
I think a lot of people realize like it's not as dangerous as other things could be too. Because you're you're in the water. It's not gonna hurt.
Mhm.
Like
Like COVID,
I don't know.
We
COVID
all
too.
these people started surfing.
That
because
was
it was
huge.
like an outside activity during COVID.
I have never done more fishing charters than during COVID.
Yeah, everyone went to Walmart and Costco and bought wave storm boards and fishing
Sick.
poles
Yeah.
and bicycles.
Well, dude,
It
that's
was-
not a bad.
No, and it's actually not a bad thing.
We should actually have, we should make that a tradition during whatever time they came out with that, like a holiday, a COVID holiday. You're only allowed to do outdoors activities during whenever they started that COVID.
They shut down all the apps
Yeah,
and
we'll
stuff.
find out the date on that. We're gonna make that an outdoor
National
holiday.
holiday.
Yeah, get real. Get real. Get back to real.
That's what it's called. Get real day.
Yeah, get real, Dad. You know the drills.
You know the
You
drills.
know the drill.
What I was about to say, the fishing charters went insane
Oh,
when everything
sure.
was shut down, and it was like, and a whole bunch of people from like Rhode Island and up north and stuff. It was like they're locking down. They're trying to. It was like the opposite Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad, but I'm smuggling rich white men from up north to come out to fishing charters down to Florida. Come back down to the south, man. It was
Sneaking them out
it was
on the
funny.
boat.
A couple of speakeasies opened up. Yeah, that was fun. So, yeah, COVID was a weird thing.
It was.
That was
weird.
a
They
simulation.
tried to
That was a
stop us
test
from
simulation.
surfing. They tried to keep us off the
I don't see
beaches,
how-
but I
don't
wasn't
see
staying.
how- I don't see how that would ever work.
I know, I
Australia
wasn't
went
staying.
hardcore.
Oh, they were like
They were
some countries
rioting.
were shooting people in the lineup and stuff. They were shooting at the
South
surfer.
Africa, maybe?
Was that what it was?
Yeah, they would have to be there.
Yeah, like they were, like
You-
the police were
you know
shooting.
what is frustrating though?
Oh, Costa Rica, I think.
Yeah.
Actually.
Kobe was really starting to like love surfing and pushing it, and she's 10 now, but like so that was like 3 or 4 years, 5 years ago, whatever that 3 years ago, And then we literally pulled over on the side of the road, went and checked the waves.
Yeah.
Came right back out. I got a ticket during COVID. They wouldn't even let you. You cannot pull over. You cannot park. There's no beach. God. You're not allowed on the beach. Do not go on it. Yeah. So you had to go to a private property. You had so literally, and she wouldn't even. The police deputy would not listen to me for a half second. I said, and then I was like, I didn't even turn off my car. And she's like, you want a ticket for not turning your vehicle off?
I was trying. They shut down boat ramps. I have my commercial fishing license, and I'm like, hey, you can't. You guys cannot do this.
I gotta go to work. Yeah.
I didn't have to go to work. I just wanted to get on my boat. Yeah, but I have my RS and I have my commercial. But if I was going to work, going to Pompano Fish or something like that, dude, they cannot. You
couldn't have been able
to. This is why I'm glad they did this, and everybody realizes that we're gonna have to we're gonna have to fight against that a little bit harder next time.
Yeah. Well, I remember me and a couple guys, they closed down all the beaches. We were paddling from Peck's Lake across the Intercoastal to go surf Secret Spot over there.
It's one thing to close down the bridges and the beaches for a hurricane. You don't know what kind of storm damage there is or what is out in the water sometimes.
Oh,
and I get it. Like State Park will close down. But, that was ridiculous. And thank God we don't live in a big city.
Well, that's the thing. They say you got to social distance, but we'd be outside away from everyone instead of being crammed all inside.
Anything worse comes. What would be your world's ending? What is your plan? What is it?
Somewhere I'm going to Costa or somewhere.
How are you gonna get there? Though?
Some island. I don't know.
Everything's closed. Remember,
I'm getting on the boat and I'm figuring it out. I want to be on a boat.
All right.
But we're gonna take a 5-minute break here. We want you guys to go to sharktooth.com. Our sponsor. You got some sick merch. Code Plank10. Use our code.
We're gonna start again on the world end of the world plan.
Yeah, when we get back.
I have a really good one.
Okay.
I have a really good one.
When we get back, we'll hear Jeff's end of the world plan.
Welcome back to the Treasure Coast Board Riders podcast, talking the plank, and brought to you by Shark Tooth Surf Company, and it is here to equip surfers and sees the life in style. And we at Shark Tooth commit and invest in and collaborate with organizations and individuals that share our passions. Check them out, sharktoothsurf.com.
Oh, yeah.
So back to the Armageddon story. Since we got into COVID breakdown and we lived through that, where's your idea? All right, you wake up, you hear FPNL nuclear power plant sirens going.
I'm grabbing my boards and my rods, and I'm going on the boat, and I'm heading.
Where you going?
I'm going towards the Keys, towards Cuba. I'm getting
work your way down south.
Yeah.
Huh? Work your way south.
Yeah.
Cuba might not be a bad spot because they've been living with zero anything for so long. They will never know.
I'd probably go to the gas station first for sure.
Gas station.
As much gas as I could.
Yeah.
Who knows how long that would last, but it's a scary thing to think about.
It is kind of gnarly, but COVID.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that's not too far. I like conspiracies.
Yeah.
What I would do, I'm probably gonna get on Surfboard Church Coast Board Riders podcast and be like, we're all hijacking a cruise ship.
Yeah, or that.
Go offshore and get a couple more sport fish boats so we can go and work the ocean for fish.
Yeah.
Make the cruise ship main post number 1 because they have water makers.
Make sure you get the one with the wave pool in it.
We'll get the dude. Don't worry, I'm gonna get the Disney pool one. I'm gonna get the Disney pool one for sure, boys.
Sick.
Full liquors stacked.
We would be on.
They have water makers, so they can create fresh water out of salt water. Yeah,
it goes to. That's sick.
So there we go. We got water. We got food with the multiple other sport fish boats.
Yeah.
And we got a wave pool.
And then all the boys were chilling.
Yeah.
All their families.
Safe, because that thing holds, you can put a city in that thing.
Hundreds of people, yeah.
You can put a city in that place.
You put so many.
Not only that, it doesn't have beds, there's the storage. When you walk into one in through the big hole, oh my God.
You can fit.
And they probably got a lot of storage. Like they have a lot of food already
with
stored.
The decks and stuff outside and everything.
Yeah. I mean, if we have to move, like cruise, like the oceans and get like to New Zealand, probably be able to. But again, if you make it home ship and then utilize it as, you want to be either in the woods off of in the country or
like
off.
Way.
Yeah, get offshore enough to where, hey,
no one's coming out there. Nothing.
No, yeah, just do that and then wait till the storm ends.
Yeah.
So that's my plan.
That's a good idea. That's a good plan.
My plan.
That's a good plan.
Like and subscribe for more survival tips.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Brandon?
Oh, what I was gonna say is Cody Ryan.
Yes.
Cody Ryan.
Mount Rushmore.
My Mount Rushmore
is
of
that
surfing?
Yeah.
+1, so 4 + 1.
4 + 1. I gotta say, Tom Curran. Bryce Young, Nat Young's son. He's really good.
I'm gonna have to check him out. I like the underground dog.
Dude, he doesn't surf comps or anything. His style is just insane. So him, and then on style, Andy, of course.
Andy.
He's number 3. I really like John. I like John. He's always a legend. And then I gotta go. I'd say like for a young surfer, he's not that young, but he just charges it, dude. Kai Lenny, all the way.
Kai Lenny.
He's just, that dude's an animal.
He's proven. He's Red Bull. Yeah. He has his own. He doesn't even need to do competition. No. He's Red Bull.
He's
and
proven himself.
He's so far as his own entity in the sport,
right?
That he's like on his own.
Yeah. So that's gonna be my Mount Rushmore, I'd say.
Yeah.
How about you? Who's your top 5?
Top 5. Gee, I'm gonna just hands down go Slater, Andy, and then shit, dude. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Mikey Wright is one of like my to watch.
Mikey Wright.
Maybe in a contest or not a contest. Mikey Wright.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him.
Yeah. Check him out. He's more myself, like guns blazing the whole time, no hold back, it's just arc grab rail turns and deep barrels and hacks, and it's just that's my style because I like to surf that way and just go as fast as you can do it. Yeah. And hit Mikey Wright and then obviously like the Ho.
Mason Ho.
Oh, like his, like I love the.
I would add him too.
To watch him just go on these Florida. You're searching around for a lot of waves and
like novelty waves, all sorts of waves.
And it reminds me of like just the boys going out and just making something out of nothing.
Exactly.
And that's what surfing here and is dude, like
him just surfing right over the dry reef coming out of the water and him going around it just
when it's small at the rocks sometimes you go on the other side.
That's what exactly
that right.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Like it's fun.
It's sick.
It's fun. So that's
a good lineup.
Yeah, that is you can't deny the GOAT or Andy.
No.
So put them right up top. And then Mikey Wright was a curveball for everyone about.
Oh yeah. Dude, I have to look him up. I think I know who you're talking about.
I wish you would. I guess we can't play clips, no. But local Florida, Shay and Corey Lopez are super inspirational. They're good people too, just through and through. Their whole family, really.
They are.
Yeah, and shout out to those boys.
Oh yeah.
Ciao, bye. And right now. Roster Rob.
Oh, Roster Rob.
For Florida?
Heck yeah.
You can't deny it. No. Hey, Stab.
Style is crazy. Talk about making something
he
out
does
of
not
nothing.
miss.
No.
That dude don't miss. He don't.
He don't.
And he's not. He's killing it right now.
Pulls and rides away from. I'm like, he just leaves me.
It's just so good. Not only he does it, like his knowledge of like getting barreled is perfect, and then he's got alley-oops, threes. It's just
he knows his board and what he's
hacking every bit of that. He don't miss.
No.
It doesn't look weird at all. Like some people might be a better style at this way, or you can tell what they favor. Nothing. I don't think he doesn't have one. You couldn't put him in a position that it doesn't look good.
No, because he understands how to ride like the wave. You can just tell like.
Yeah, he don't miss. That dude ain't messing right now. Gorkin, like that was our like during growing up. Gorkin
was it?
Gorkin was the shit, dude. Gorkin, he's in Nicaragua up north near Culture Shock, Alonso's brothers, Shay's the Boom.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's been up there.
That's where I need to go on a trip to is Nicaragua.
The Boom, yeah, Nicaragua's dude.
So
sick. I'm weird, man, because I got to I've been going there since I was 5 years old with my grandmother. Damn. And to the coffee farm, and then she eventually built a house in Rancho Santana, where I don't know how she found it. She rode horseback with Antonio Granada that owned all the cattle farm out there, and found this place. Said, "Oh, I like the sand, it's pink," and then she built her home right there for $60,000.
Damn,
that's massive. The Lopez family stayed there. CJ and them.
The Hobgoods.
Yeah. The guy that ran Quicksilver was from France. Like one of the CEOs for Quicksilver. That he ended up dying on a boat in France somewhere. Like on a boat. Something happened.
Oh.
Like just went missing at sea or whatever. But he used to rent our house out for like 6 months, 4 months, or 3 months or something like that, and stay there the whole time. So, yeah, my grandma Maria Elena, she's kind of like Nicaraguan. Started.
Do you guys still have access to that house?
Yeah, my grandmother. Yeah, we still have the coffee farm, and my grandmother just stayed at that house because the owners let her come back and stay, even though another thing about COVID, that's a big land grab for.
Oh yeah,
it sucks, and the tourism was running it for her. So when that happened, hey, and she's getting older. All the stairs and stuff. She's like, yeah. She took care of all the. She took care of the family.
Yeah.
Like she said, sell it. I'm not going to go back. And then I was trying to buy it. From under the people who bought it now, but it was too little, too late. They didn't tell me because they knew. They knew I would be flipping, pulling the rest of my bald hair out. I was too. I tried to set up something with Surfboard Brokers Alex. He was gonna come in as a part, and I was like, "How much money do you need, Nana?" And that would have been killer. Surfboard Broker would have had a Nicaragua, like one of the legendary Villa Lupita at Rosadas in Rancho Santana, one of the first ones, right on the left point break. But I was there at like 11, 12. Yeah, I was driving there. My grandma had a K5 Blazer, 1987 K5 Blazer, and I was there surfing, driving this thing up down the mountains. Almost running over all dirt, pigs and chickens. Oh my God. Drinking big 40-ounce Tonias.
Yeah, they don't care.
Surfing. Oh, dude, it was fun, bro. And there was no one around, dude.
No one.
Nobody around. Not one person around, dude. It was crazy. Surfing Colorados alone on gnarly days. Sometimes it got big, and I wish people were around.
Yeah. No, I get like that around here even sometimes.
Popoyo, Santana's, Colorados, and my grandma's on Rosadas. So it's a Rosadas that left point break. I call it the meat grinder because it is gnarly.
Is it?
It's gnarly. I got caught at like there's a keyhole, paddle out with rocks at the end of her steps to come up to the house and shit. And when it gets big, and
It's so hard to get.
you can't, and it's sweeping through this bay so quick. You gotta, like, if you miss that, you gotta go all the way around a mountain, a cliff, and go in somewhere else. And I got stuck out there, and luckily I took a closeout on my belly and just dug the rail like so hard to try to, because the current's gonna come.
Yeah.
I fucking made it,
Oh
dude.
my
I made it, but my uncle got stuck and he got swept out and over on the other side. Shout out to Jay.
That
Jay
was
Bird.
a real shocker for me, discovering a keyhole in Puerto Rico. I showed up to Wilderness, and my dad's like,
same.
"This is a keyhole. You paddle out here and you come in here."
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't miss this when you're coming in."
Sea urchins and everything.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny. That's the only spot like that over there. And
nothing else is really that bad. Like Hobos is deep. Hobos is pretty deep. Like
what
it
is
doesn't
that,
really.
Maria's? Is that what you're?
No, Wilderness.
Wilderness, yeah.
Wilderness.
Yeah,
I
know
missed the
exactly
keyhole.
what you're talking about.
I'm walking straight in, stepping on 40 sea urchins all over.
Yeah, the plenty of summers that sea urchins and outside of my grandma's house, same thing.
All over the place.
I wish there was a little bit more less trade wind. The trade wind there is because of the Lake Nicaragua, which is the only freshwater lake that actually has bull sharks in it, and two volcanoes, and then, but that creates offshore wind, trade wind there. But a lot of times it gets so hard that the water will go cold, like a upwelling. It'll create an upwelling, and sea snakes will come up and stuff like that. I've seen.
Shit.
And but it's got such good fishing. I almost wish that trade wind, because that would have everything. That's the one thing that it does have great offshore fishing. So, but it's something that it's not like Costa Rica. They can go and fish all day.
Yeah.
But again, 9-10 o'clock at Costa Rica, that onshore wind is going to pop up as well.
Yeah.
And all day, every day offshore over in Nicaragua.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Anybody knows?
We got any Groms in
Grom that wants to learn?
Needs a board. Can't really afford a board.
Just broke a board from that last big swell.
Can't afford a new one.
It looks good.
All your friends. I just got this thing sealed. Shout out to Jeremy Stanley. Did a great job making
Jeremy Stanley. We were just talking about him.
He made this watertight. It's got a fin box repair on it.
What's the dimensions? 6 foot.
The dims are 6.0.
6.0.
What does that say?
I would say 2 1/4.
2 1/4.
Yep, I already know boards.
20.
His girlfriend in Puerto Rico, she just tagged us.
Sick. What's up, Brent Meinhold?
Yeah, Brent. Shout out to Brent and Ari.
Yeah.
Competing at all the comps, dude. Killing it.
He does. He needs to compete more.
Ari's been competing, too. The women's.
Oh, good deal. I don't think I met her.
She's nice. She's super cool.
Yeah. The other chick ripper, Audra Williams.
Yes.
She, we used to just surf Middles Cove.
Yeah.
When it was pumping, I towel bowls. Hey, what's up, Zach?
Yeah, shout out to I towel bowls.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Zach.
Me, him, Crouton, a couple of other Miami boys, and it was thumping. Dude, it was so fun. You could have. Oh, is that Audra? Yeah, that was that day, right?
Is this right now?
Oh, that's Ari. Okay.
Shout out to Ari.
Yeah, she's big dogging. Look at that. The swell looks good right now. Shout out to Foresight Hustle and all those Kai, Wes, all the boys.
Shout out to
Evan,
East of One.
East of One,
bro.
Bro, East of One. That's good. Who else? Ted from IWS way back in the day. Shout out to you, bro.
So we're gonna switch over to our other live stream. We got the Blaze crew coming.
The Blades.
Brandon Blaze Electric.
Blaze?
Blaze, yeah.
With us. It's 5 minutes away.
Okay, sick.
Sweet.
Yeah, tune on, subscribe, click the notifications. Don't forget to go to Shark Tooth Surf. Use your code PLANK10 to get 10% off. I want to say thank you to Cody Ryan.
You.
I'm talking the plank tales of the Treasure Coast and its people. We gotta say thank you to our co-host Jeff Barden.
Yeah.
Job boys.
Really appreciate you coming in. Got all the local knowledge about the places and the people. We've got a long list. Give us a real quick.
We're doing
next show over the next few weeks. Who's gonna be
Tommy O'Brien. Tommy O'Brien, Culture Shock Music is coming, and Frankie for skateboarding. And we're going to set up a live stream over at Rio Skate Park for an expression session and push the ride, dude. So fun.
Oh, we're gonna have a good
Get those
time,
scooter
man.
kids out of there, but
Yeah.
you know
we'll have a blast. We'll get all the local boys to show up. You guys be ready for the post.
Yeah, we're
expression session. We're gonna have a good time.
Live stream that.
Little birdie.
Yes, sir.
If anyone's listening all the way through this to get to the very end, that there's gonna be this super new contest with a new format. You know, Treasure Coast Boy Riders bringing in these formats. It's gonna be show up to blow up. There'll be no judges. You'll be the judge. We'll hire 3 photographers instead of 3 judges. We'll show up in Stewart within 5-day notice. You better be there. Expression session all day. The photographers will quickly throw together the clips.
Yeah.
You vote at Ohana Surf Shop whenever we do the contest. Well, post the clips.
That is good.
Show up to blow up.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of like the
That would be
shootout,
sick.
the Ohana shootout.
Do a
almost.
quick shout out to Jordan and
Ohana
Tara real
shootout.
quick again at Ohana.
Yeah, Jordan.
Great people. Do a lot
Awesome.
for our community there, Martin.
Yeah, it's insane. That's such a crazy family or organization of the stoke of surfing down there too.
Oh,
it's
yeah. From the time
beautiful.
I've had, like,
And all the
working in
Rocks
shop.
crew, they're the whole family, Robbo and his wife, and just all the families growing up around here. It's just beautiful, man.
It is. Everyone I've met from just working in the shop and everything, and all the people I've talked to, hearing all the different stories, it is beautiful.
It's a good hangout. That's being so close to the beach. It just is natural why everyone just clicks and
everyone just comes in
so
before
funny.
or after surfing,
Yeah, it is.
talks about the waves.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you'd see all your friends if you like. Greg probably works behind the desk and gets 15 free beers a day from 40 people that are just getting off work, and there's no surf or anything.
No.
We're just stopping
Just
in to
trying
say hi.
Say what up, yeah.
And that's what's dope about it. It is full Ohana family. Yeah, that is a good spot.
Yeah, so we just want to give the last and final wrap up here. We really appreciate everyone that is involved.
Oh, how much time do we have?
We got about 1 minute.
1 minute.
We'll go ahead and switch over.
Okay.
If you are looking, if you're a business in the Treasure Coast and you're looking to support us and receive some potential promotion, please give us a contact. We welcome the opportunity to partner. We need some T-shirts for the club. We're also looking to get some new windbreakers. Go to TreasureCoastBoardRiders.com. Go to /sponsorship and check out all the opportunities.
That we need Mike Hawkins to come on board one day too and talk with, and then Chuck, and hopefully here soon. But we do know that Tommy O'Brien's coming, Culture Shock, and Freddie.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Deuces. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Ciao, boy.
You.